Day 17 of Learn and Speak Off the Cuff. Today I learned one of the best techniques you can use to keep the flow going when you're speaking impromptu. Most people rely far too heavily on idea generation, which ends up in filler words, rambling and talking about topics completely unrelated to the initial topic they're talking about. Whilst idea generation is absolutely something you can practice, something you can get better at, the key to impromptu speaking is to switch your brain from idea generation mode to recall and retrieval mode. The brain is far better at retrieving information than it is at generating it new. So what are the techniques you can use to do this? There are many different techniques, but one of them is to add a personal observation. What do I mean by this? It's state your given point and add your own personal flair, observations, your own personal experiences around that topic. If you watch some of my previous videos, I do this quite a lot with some of my day-to-day experiences as a recruitment business owner. I will state a given point and I will tell you how that relates to the things I see in a day-to-day and the solutions off the back of that. When I'm doing that, I can do that very freely. I don't have to remember things word for word. I don't have to remember a script, and I can talk to you freely about that because I live and breathe that day to day. And it's far easier to do that than it is to generate fresh new ideas on the fly. Take another example. Think about when you're speaking to your friends and you're reminiscing on old times and stories. You don't have to think about that and remember that word for word and the exact scripting of it. It just comes naturally, it just flows. And that's because you're using retrieval rather than generating fresh and new ideas. Why is that important? Number one is it helps you speak in a flow of consciousness more easily. But number two is that it's great for audiences because it increases engagement as you're injecting that little bit of vulnerability, a little bit of personality in there, which is fantastic when it comes to remembering the point that you want to make and just as a general engagement to your audience. So in summary, what did I learn today? I learned that if you can add personal observations to your talks, presentations, videos, not only will you make your talk more memorable, but you'll also make life far easier for yourself. This is day 17.